Hey everyone, my name is Sarah and thanks for watching. This video is going to be a comparison of 4 different brands of pregnancy tests to see how they compare to each other at 10 DPO. So today I am 10 days post-ovulation. Yesterday I got my big fat positive at 9 DPO. I used the first response test, but I have a bunch of leftover pregnancy tests around the house, different brands, and so I figure why not take them today at 10 DPO and compare them to each other to see if they all show about the same line strength or if some of them are still showing negative, if some are showing more of a strong positive. So I thought that would be kind of interesting since I need to get rid of these pregnancy tests anyway. And so the 4 brands I'm going to be comparing are the Equate from Walmart, the 88-cent tests, one of those. I'm going to be comparing a cheapie from Amazon, just the line stick tests that came with a big pack of my ovulation test strips. They also got a few of these HCG tests. And then of course the big box brands, we've got the Clear Blue rapid detection pregnancy test, it's the blue line test, and the first response test, which I used yesterday to get my big fat positive. So I will go open these up and, pee on them, so to speak, and I will be back with the results here in just a minute. Okay, so I'm about to dip all these tests and I'll be back here in just a second with the results after they dry. So we've got our One Step from Walmart, our cheapie from Amazon, Clear Blue, and First Response. Okay, so I just took the tests and let them sit for a few minutes, maybe about 5 minutes or so, and so now we'll take a look. Let's start with the First Response. Okay, hope you could see that. Seems to be showing up in my viewfinder pretty well. So it's a pretty clear positive. Again, this is 10 DPO. I would say that line strength is pretty clear. Like you would know, no question about it, that you were pregnant if this was the first test that you took. And let's compare that with the Clear Blue. I'd say you can still see the plus sign, but it's not quite as clear of a positive as the First Response. And one thing that's interesting is yesterday when I took the First Response test, I also took a Clear Blue test and it came back completely negative, which was surprising. So at 9 DPO, I got a negative on this and a positive on one of these. Now let's compare that with the cheapo Walmart 88-cent tests. Okay, so I was looking at this off camera and it's going to be really hard to see on camera, but surprisingly, there's not much of a line there. Oh, my dog is joining us, by the way. It's not going to want to focus because I think the test is too light. There is, in person, a little bit of a shadow of a line on it, but on the camera, it's really hard to see, and in person, it's also pretty difficult to see. I will post a picture of all these together at the end. Hi, Nellie. But yeah, this is a tough one. Still a positive, but just not as clear. And then the cheapo test. It's kind of similar to the Walmart test, but it is slightly easier to see the positive on the cheapo. Once again, I'll post at the end a picture of all of them side by side. But yeah, it's there, but it's not super clear. It's definitely not nearly as clear as the first response. This by far is my favorite. It's definitely the easiest to tell. Even yesterday, it was a clear line in person. Yeah, so I guess out of these 4 tests, I would definitely recommend the first response if you're testing early and often, like I always do. And then I'd follow that up, I guess, with either the Clear Blue or the Cheapo Amazon tests. Blue line tests, I've always heard, can give what's called evaporation lines, and so it's hard to tell if it's actually showing a line or if it's just a gray evaporation line from when the liquid goes through. But I don't know. I personally have heard the most complaints about the Clear Blue giving what either looks like false positives or just not being sensitive enough early on. And so with that said, yeah, I would definitely go for the first response. I will be making another video coming up of my line progression, and I will lay out all my first responses and all my Clear Blue tests next to each other and compare those and show you the line progression from 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 DPO. I will do pregnancy updates as well, comparing my first and second pregnancies and all the symptoms that I felt leading up to when I took my test yesterday and throughout my pregnancy. So hopefully you'll stay tuned and watch those, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Okay, so here is the close-up of the Walmart 88-cent test. The first response, the Clear Blue, and the Cheapo Amazon brand test. So there you have it, all 4 tests at 10 DPO.